As it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this. Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 on the Seahawks.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick slant there gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play. Back to throw. Mason. He finds his man. Complete. That's Peterson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mason. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this has caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Mason. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looking to throw. Mason. And he is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And completes it once more to Anderson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. McLeod. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
Ready, break.
Throwing to start the drive. Mason. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
2nd and inches.
Back to throw. Mason. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the
So
field
take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Mason. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Throwing to start the drive. Mason. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
Now a give, right side. McLeod. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Mason. He'll try and do this himself. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now again. And caught up. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught right side by Anderson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Off the play fake. Mason. He finds his man. Complete. It's Peterson. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mason. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got it. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Third and goal.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. That's to the pylon and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And out now come the Eagles. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Mason. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peterson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, McLeod. And a nice spin into some open field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen during the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Philadelphia, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Sirianni, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Eagles. His guys ready for their next possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays, get a bunch of yardage all at one time, because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league. And then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field has to be able to defend space and defend the pass. And there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime, multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat you.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's good.
To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Now a toss play, running left, and some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Second down, they need 3. They'll turn and hand this one off. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for it.
And he'll take this one in. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's a run. And he will score! Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Moving left. He's going to keep it himself. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35.
Eagles first down. A gain of 13 yards. First
They'll
down,
look to throw.
Eagles.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He'll try again here. Second and 10. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
First down.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. They'll look to throw again. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Eagles. That is first touchdown this year. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end. The Eagles offense going to take over just before the half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Back to the air once more on second down. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. We're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. The defense stringing them out. No gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage. From 31, here's second and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
Brings up third and 7.
Back to throw. He's going to air this one out. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes a second and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5. But that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
38-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 18 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
18 on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Now give on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Second and 5.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Eagles.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal. Tackle made at about the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll look to throw yet again. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 4th TD grab of the season.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. And with the defense out of timeouts, they cannot stop the clock. Just a couple of kneel downs should do it. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second down, they need 7. They'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten.